As Elijah Harris, Mario Williams will be back deep for the Warhawks, as this one is going to be put into the air by Landon Grosh of Pickerington North. It's brought down at Westerville Central 6 on the far side, breaks through the whole 30 to the 35-40, 45-50, and goes out of bounds somewhere around midfield. Check that, 4 with Jaden Gwynn into the slot, and Summers out wide to the left. So a 5-receiver set on 1st and 10, first play, and a man in motion. That's Summers, but it's a keeper for Gwynn on that far side, and he's going to get about a yard along the sideline, maybe 2. 3 receivers to the near side right, 1 far side left. Gwynn, that snap, the handoff to Jaden Gwynn, and he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage, if not a few more yards. Jaden Gwynn, 155 carries coming into tonight, and Jason Gwynn, 55% on his completions as he's flushed from the pocket on 3rd down to the near side, throwing down the field, and it's incomplete. He's also on the kickoff return team, and he's got 14 kickoff returns on the season. A low snap for Nelson, bounces off the turf, and into the air his punt goes, and it's going to take a Panther bounce. It'll be down at around the 27-yard line, where the Panthers will take over. Left, 1 far side right as they work right to left. The play clock at 17. O'Connell with the snap, has time in the pocket, throws over the middle, complete up to midfield, and it goes into the hands of A.J. Miller, his tight end. 1st and 10 for the Panthers. O'Connell out of the gun. They'll hand it off on this 1st down, run it to the left side, and get to the Westerville Central 47-yard line as they go 2 wide to the left, and a fumble on the exchange by O'Connell to Hamilton, and he's going to recover back in his own territory at the 48-yard line. They'll bring a man in motion to this near side, and O'Connell will drop back on 3rd and 12, throw near side, and it's in and out of the hands of Jaden Vital, incomplete. It'll be 4th and 12, however, there's a penalty marker on the play. Panthers will go into punt formation. Preston Bowman, 26 punts coming into tonight. His longest was 62 yards. And this one is high into the air. Mario Williams, it falls in and out of his hands. It's loose inside the 15-yard line with a penalty marker down. Did he call for the fair catch?
That's going to be tough. Maybe there was a hand popping up. Just was very late.
Right, 1 wide to the left, working left to right, 2nd possession for Westerville Central. Jason Gwynn keeps it himself. He's going to be buried in the backfield for a loss. He got hammered in that backfield, and thanks to Ben Thompson for that tackle. 1st quarter, the snap back to Jason Gwynn, rolls out to his right, spins away from the defense as the pocket collapsed. He's going to run up the field on the far side across the 30, makes 1 man miss and tries to spin out of another tackle, but he's brought down at around the 33-yard line. Late penalty marker comes in on that far side as well, and so this is going to be after the play on the penalty. Now they're going to put Elijah Harris and Jaden Gwynn into the backfield, so that's 3 receivers, 2 to the right. The handoff to Elijah Harris, tries to cut the near side edge, but gets to the line of scrimmage, no gain. It'll be 3rd down. Confused, though, about what to do, and head coach Ed Miley's walking over and calls that first time out of the half. He's standing back at his own 49-yard line. Nelson from his own 5. It's almost a line drive, takes a bounce, and it's going to take a Westerville Central bounce inside the 40-yard line down at the 39. This will be O'Connell out of the gun. And he'll hand it off on 1st down to the near side, 45 midfield. Westerville Central territory, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown for Pickerington North, Michael Taylor, for a 61-yard touchdown scamper.
Well, they're playing man coverage there, so you don't have a safety back deep to try to chase Michael Taylor. So once he gets through the middle, beats the coverage, and he's off to the races, and no one was able to stop him.
5 on point afters on the season coming into tonight. This one is up, and it is good. 7:28 1st quarter. Pickerington North 7, Westerville Central 0.
We still have over 3 quarters left and a little bit of the 1st as well. Got to move on, put it behind you.
Kickoff down here at the 31-yard line. A smart decision. 7:27, 1st and 10, Westerville Central at their own 32-yard line. They'll hand it off to, Jaston keeps it himself on the left side edge, and he can't get anywhere. He tries to throw it far side flat. It's complete, and he'll be down at the 30-yard line, and that was Elijah Harris. Was that a backwards pass or a forward pass? And I think 4 o'clock winding down with a 4-receiver set, 3 to the right. Empty backfield for Jason Gwynn. Jaden Gwynn in motion, but Jason keeps it himself, and he's going to be brought down for a big loss in the backfield. And they're actually not going to give him too much of a loss, maybe 5 yards back to the 26-yard line. Westerville Central, 4 receivers, 3 to the near side right. Gwynn out of the shotgun, dropping back, steps up into the pocket. He'll be brought down again in the backfield for a loss. They have to blow the whistle as the defense cannot bring him down, but it still is a loss. Back to the 21-yard line. It's going to be 4th down and almost 20 to go. And the Warhawks offensively struggling, but there is a late penalty marker down. Back deep for Pickerington North is Michael Taylor. Nelson, the snap, punt is away. It's going to be a short one, and Taylor's going to let it bounce again, and it's going to be down at the 44-yard line, but a late penalty marker comes in from this near sideline. And they're going to say sideline warning on Pickerington North. Bowman out to the near side left. 2 receivers to the far side right off the right hash mark. O'Connell out of the gun, dropping back, wants to throw, looks right side and fires. It's a little high, and his intended target in Derek Ross is incomplete, but we got a penalty marker here on the near side. A holding against Westerville Central, I believe, is the call. Bowman is to the near side left with 1 man inside of him, 1 receiver out by the numbers on the far side right. The handoff up the middle, and bouncing off that big pile was Taylor, and he's brought down back at the 36-yard line, 35 yards. Westerville Central 36-yard line. O'Connell out of the gun, wants to throw, fires over the middle. It's caught at the 20-yard line and brought down just inside the 15 goes A.J. Miller, the big tight end. O'Connell again out of the gun. The handoff to Taylor. He'll run up the middle, and Mario Williams and a couple other Warhawks are there for the stop. Andy Botang as well. 4:35, clock winding down. Onto his right side hip will be Michael Taylor. Between the hashes, working right to left. O'Connell wants to throw on 2nd and 10. Fires across the middle. Ball comes loose at the goal line. It's recovered in the end zone. And was it recovered by Westerville Central? No signal. One referee is marking himself back at the 4. Another one in the end zone. They do call the touchback here. Westerville Central gets the football.
And that was a great hit by West.
Receivers on the right side of the line, and 1 out wide to the left at the numbers. Gwynn will hand it off to Jaden Gwynn, and he'll be dropped for a loss in the backfield. A big-time play. 2nd and 13, Westerville Central. Gwynn out of the gun. A toss out to Jaden Gwynn, and he can't cut the edge as he's brought down for a loss back at the 10-yard line. Wrapping up was Dante Curtis. Set split either side. Gwynn out of the shotgun, drops back, under pressure, rolls out, steps up. He runs across the 10, the 15, works left side across the 20, breaks a tackle 25, and is forced out of bounds just short of the yard to gain for a 1st down at the 29-yard line. It's going to bring up 4th and 1 and 2:36 first quarter here. Jason Gwynn is lined up for 4th and 1 in his own 29. Movement on the line, and Pickerington North comes across, and the Warhawks are going to keep the drive alive with the encroachment call on the Panthers. 7-0, Westerville Central keeps the drive alive with 4 wide receivers. And Jason Gwynn keeps it himself, and he'll try to work toward the far sideline and maybe get a yard out of it. Tom Benson's really nice. 2nd down and 10, play breaks down, and Jason Gwynn brought down in the backfield for a big loss. And once again, they're getting into the backfield. Elijah Harris, Cooper Fisher inside of him. The receiver out wide to the left. Again, McCollum chasing down Gwynn. There's 4 Panthers on that Warhawk, and he goes out of bounds. Brought down just inside the 20-yard line. Snap back to Nelson. Kick is on the way. And Taylor brings it down at midfield up to the Westerville Central 40, 35-30. And he's forced out of bounds right around the 30-yard line. And Pickerington North is going to have great starting field position in the receiver spot. 1 receiver all the way out by the numbers on the right side. And O'Connell keeps it himself. He gets to the 25-20, looks for a block to the 15, and he's brought down just shy of the 10-yard line. There'll be a big pickup of almost 15-plus yards. And a great run by the quarterback.
And a great misdirection. Looked like Michael Taylor had the ball, and what a block by his receiver, Preston Bowman, down the field to pick up a couple more yards.
The Westerville Central 12-yard line. O'Connell out of the gun. Will hand it off to the near side Taylor, who gets down to the 2-yard line. I checked that. I think that was Hamilton on the carry, and it was, and he gets down to the 2. It's 1st and goal for the Panthers. 3 for Pickerington North. And they'll hand it off to Hamilton. And into the end zone he goes from 3 yards out for the Pickerington North touchdown.
Make it the 8th on the season for Hamilton. Just dives up the middle to extend the lead.
2 scores in this first quarter for Pickerington North. And the kicker, Brandon Fowler, will boot it through the uprights and make it 14-0 as Pickerington North leads Westerville Central here early on in this game. Late first quarter action on the kickoff. They'll send it short to the near side. Fair catch. Outside the 20 at the 23-yard line as it's brought down by Rittner Berkey. Gwynn out of the shotgun. He'll throw into the flat far side, Elijah Harris. He makes one man miss across the 25 and barrels his way down to the 30 to the 32 on the far sideline. A nice pickup for Elijah Harris. It'll bring up 2nd and short. They trail to Pickerington North in the first round of the playoffs, 14-0. It's 2nd down and 2 for the Warhawks. Jason Gwynn on the bad read gets brought down in the backfield by Pickerington North. Elijah Durham-Smith. They go 4 wide, split on either side. Harris in motion to that far side right. As Westerville Central travels right to left as we see it. Time in the pocket, pass, Cooper Fisher on the catch as he's brought down at around the 35-yard line. A great catch for Cooper Fisher, and that'll move the chains for Westerville Central, 1st and 10. The quarter, Gwynn will work out of the gun with 3 receivers to his right, 1 to his left. A toss out to Jaden Gwynn, and he'll lose yards. 4 receivers split either side from the right hash mark. Gwynn out of the gun, dropping back. Has some time, flush, but he's going to be met by McCollum once again and slung down all the way back at the 10-yard line with a late penalty marker coming in on the Panthers.
Yeah, just kind of grabbed him by the shoulders, almost did a WWE move, and the whistle was already blown. That's going to be on McCollum there on the personal foul.
And Fisher, 1 out wide to the right. Dropping back is Gwynn. With time has Harris. And he'll lose a couple of yards back to the 33-yard line. It'll bring up 4th and about 12. And an injured Panther is down on the play, but I thought that was a well-developed play. It just, unfortunately, the Panthers read where Elijah Harris was going to be.
Well, the Panthers, you don't have to put 2 high safeties. You kind of know that they're going to throw these short passes, so you put everyone up, which allows for more coverage in the middle. You can get the ball off on a quick screen, but someone's going to be right there to meet you.
Stadium waiting for any kind of movement, and it looks like we're going to have to potentially bring a golf cart out for this one. And this player is going to get a little bit more attention than you probably would like in a football game, especially in a playoff situation, as everyone huddled around, all the doctors, trainers around the player, and he will have to be carted off here tonight. And while they do that, we'll take one more break. We'll step aside. When we come back, hopefully we get to see some reaction from this player, and we wish him the best. Hopefully all is well. We'll take a quick break here on COSN. Be done out on the field as he does come up to his feet and slowly bounces his way on his own accord to the golf cart. And so that was nice to see him get up, and now his teammates are going to go over and get some handshakes, some fist bumps. And I think there's a new motivation now for Pickerington North coming out of this timeout as they all huddle around their injured teammate for some quick words between Panthers. And it was nice to see the doctors for Westerville Central and their trainers come out and assist as well. Other administrators here at Pickerington North come out and assist. And the referee also will lend him some words of encouragement. Westerville Central, a player or two, will give a shout as well as they head off the field with that injured Panther. And slowly we will get back to action here in this first round playoff game here at Pickerington North Panther Stadium. Brent Ford, Micah Flack with you. 9 will be Michael Taylor for the Panthers. And the punt will be away for Westerville Central. It's a nice long punt this time by Zach Nelson. It's going to take a great bounce, go inside the 20, down at the 11-yard line, and a great punt by Zach Nelson for Westerville Central, and he needed that one right there. Work left to right as we see it, with 2 receivers to his left and 1 to his right. One back in the backfield. Andy Boateng there on the stop, as on the carry was Darian Hamilton for Pickerington North, and he'll bring up second down. Hamilton in motion now. O'Connell throws into the flat to Hamilton. It's caught at the 10 and out to the 15 and brought down at around the 18-yard line by Mario Williams. Again, we'll go with 4 receivers split either side. And we've got movement and penalty flags before the snap. Under 8 to play in the second quarter now. O'Connell under pressure. Snyder lays a hit. The pass high. He was looking for Bowman. Working out wide to the left will be A.J. Miller. O'Connell out of the gun with 1 back to his right side hip. Play clock at 7. The snap. Schneider rolling out with the pressure. And the throw to the far side. Miller is incomplete. It goes out of bounds. 0 Pickerington North. They look at a 3rd and 10 at their own 24. Landon O'Connell out of the gun with 4 receivers. Dropping back is O'Connell. Throws far side, Hamilton in the flat to the 25-30. He's brought down Mario Williams with a late penalty marker in on the play. And we'll see what that penalty is, as it has been laundry day here at Panther Stadium. Looked like a hold against the Panthers. 7:37, second quarter. And we'll see, now they're talking about the spot of the ball in comparison to where they'll mark it off. They say that the play ended at around the 28-yard line. It'll be a hold against the Panthers, and they're going to be declining that Westerville Central, so it'll move the down from 3rd to 4th, and Pickerington North is going to elect to punt it away. Westerville Central, and he's back at his own 25-yard line. Bowman high into the air. It's going to come near side on a bounce at the 40 and take a Westerville Central bounce. Or begging your pardon, a Pickerington North bounce all the way inside the 25 at the 24. 1st and 10, Westerville Central right there as it's down by the Panthers.
Those bad reads, try to sense the pressure, just look very quickly and just get rid of it.
Well, he drops the snap here on 1st and 10, and he went down. He put his knee down. That should be a penalty. Ball back at the 15-yard line for Westerville Central. 6:40 and counting in the second quarter. The Warhawks down by 14. 2 receivers split either side. Gwynn with a toss out to Jaden Gwynn. Doesn't have any blockers over there. He's on his own with to the 20, to the 25, far sideline 30, and he fights along that sideline, and the officials say he stepped out of bounds out at the 32-yard line, but he gained 17 yards out of that one. Now 2, they'll go with 3 receivers, 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Lots of movement on the line, and it was Westerville Central on the false start, I believe. Yeah, 3rd and 7, and you're definitely thinking pass play here for Westerville Central, so the defense for Pickerington North probably ready for that. 2 receivers out wide, split either side. High snap for Jason Gwynn. Pitch forward to Elijah Harris to the 30, 35, has the first down to the 40, and he's still going. Stays on his feet, and they're not going to blow the play dead until he finally goes down at the 41-yard line. I thought the officials let that one go a little too long.
Yeah, maybe just a little too much. He wasn't going to go anywhere on either side. It was a complete stalemate, but what a play by Jason Gwynn on the triple option.
For a while, as far as I know, 4 receivers here for Jason Gwynn. Check that, 5. Harris on the sweep to the right side, gets a block, works right edge 45, brought down at the 47-yard line along the far sideline as we're under 6 to play in the second quarter. 1 back in the backfield with Jason Gwynn out of the gun. Play clock at 16. Gwynn the snap, rolling to his left, wants to pitch it out to Jaden Gwynn and does, but he's going to be tracked down, and a loss of a yard to the 45-yard line as he's brought down from behind by Tyler Irby. 4 receivers split either side. Harris in motion now to the far side. High snap for Gwynn, pump fakes, rolls to the near side, under pressure, sets, fires, incomplete. He was looking near side to Michael Summers, and that one goes incomplete. It'll bring up 4th and 7 at their own 44 for Westerville Central. Clock down to 25 for Westerville Central as they trail 14-0. Here in the second quarter, punt is on the way. Nelson off the side of his foot, a little bounce to Taylor. Fields at his own 13, out to the 15, He's brought down by Mario Williams just shy of the 20-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10, Pickerington North. Landon O'Connell out of the gun, throws. He is deflected. He was looking for Preston Bowman on the far side, but had a Warhawk in his face.
Intentional by Westerville Central, not allowing the speedy receiver any opportunity at the ball.
O'Connell will hand it off on 2nd and 10. They'll get to the 26-yard line on the legs of Dorian Hamilton.
Almost 2 last names there.
I'm glad you messed it up before I did. On 3rd down, they throw it out to the near side to Hamilton, and he'll get a few yards on the carry out to the 30-yard line. It'll be enough for a 1st down, and the chains move for Pickerington North as we're under 4 to play in the 2nd quarter. 14-0. Panthers lead Westerville Central. Clock winding down, Landon O'Connell out of the gun. They put A.J. Miller in motion to the far side. O'Connell will hand it off Hamilton. Hamilton is met by a couple of Warhawks at the 31, and now a late penalty comes in at the end of the play. And it's going to be against Westerville Central. So it's only a 5-yard penalty.
Probably not a face mask then.
Well, he signaled face mask, so yeah, a little interesting on the spot in the call. But it's 1st and 4. O'Connell throws, and it's complete to A.J. Miller across the middle into Westerville Central territory at the 37-yard line.
A.J. Miller has made all 3 of the big plays down the middle, the exact play, and they were calling for it this time as 3 defenders had a linebacker and then a safety and a corner come in to help, and just put it in the exact place it needed to be was Landon O'Connell.
Landon O'Connell looking sharp on a couple of those big pass plays. It's 1st and 10 for the Panthers at the Westerville Central 36. O'Connell throws again. It's caught by Preston Bowman at the 30-yard line, and he's brought down there on the far side numbers. It'll be 2nd down and about 3 for the Panthers. 2nd down and 4 for the Panthers at the Westerville Central 30-yard line. 2:10 to play on the 2nd quarter clock. Run up the middle, big hole to the 15. Goes Hamilton down to the 10. And it'll be a 1st down for the Panthers inside the red zone once again. At the 12-yard line of Westerville Central. Here's Hamilton again with another gap down to the 5. It'll be 2nd down coming up for Pickerington North, and they might have an opportunity to go up by 3 scores before the half. Hands on hips, some heavy breathing. Here's Landon O'Connell on 2nd down. Hand off to Hamilton for the touchdown from 5 yards out.
Just bursts through, gets to that 2nd level, and 3 back-to-back good rushing plays for Dorian Hamilton. That'll make it his 9th touchdown on the season.
Snap is back, hold is down, kick is up, and it is good. Pickerington North with 1:07 to go in the 2nd quarter leads Westerville Central 21-0 here on this 1st round playoff game. Drill kicking off is Landon Grosh with 1:07 to go in the 2nd quarter, and he sends it a short one, brought down at the 26-yard line, and then out to the 29 goes Cooper Fisher. It's 6 to go until halftime. Maceo Harper, Elijah Harris, and C.J. Thomas to the near side left, 1 receiver to the far side right. They'll hand it off Jaden Gwynn up the middle, who's got a hold of the 35-40. Finds a block near side 45 and gets tripped up to about the 46-yard line. They mark him back to the 45, 1st and 10. 1st and 10, Westerville Central. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the near side left. Gwynn dropping back, under pressure, throws, and it's going to be caught at the 45-yard line by Elijah Harris. And he's going to be brought down there. It'll be 2nd down coming up. And I would assume that you want to burn a timeout here. 3rd and 10 for Westerville Central. And timeout, Pickerington North. Big yardage to gain here. 10 yards to get the 1st down, and Gwynn throws over the middle. It's caught by Elijah Harris at the 35. Stays in bounds to the 20-yard line unless they mark him back out at the 28, and they do. Jason Gwynn and Elijah Harris, that connection is 1 for 1 in a big way on that drive.
And that's the longest pass of the night, and it goes to Elijah Harris, who is the leading receiver on this team. Came in with over 500 yards through the air.
1st and 10 for Westerville Central at the Pickerington North 28-yard line. They run it up the middle to Jaden Gwynn, and he gets to the 26-yard line, and a timeout here by Westerville Central. Jason Gwynn will work out of the shotgun with 3 receivers to his left and 1 to his right. High snap, but he handles. Gwynn throws over the middle looking for Harris, and it's bobbled at the goal line. Did he get it? No, incomplete. The official says no. The ball was not in control by Elijah Harris. It'll be 3rd down and 8 coming up with 15 seconds on the clock. CJ Thomas and Elijah Harris. Gwynn with time, fires far side. Maceo Harper caught at the 18-yard line and goes out of bounds to stop the clock. He'll have enough maybe for the first down. Third line. 12 seconds on that second quarter clock. Here's Gwynn out of the gun with 4 receivers split on either side, and now in motion to the near side is C.J. Thomas. Gwynn dropping back, has time, fires over the middle, incomplete. He was looking for Thomas, and he overthrew him by a few yards, and that was 4th and 1. Westerville Central turns the ball over on downs. Conservative approach here, and knee the ball down and go into the locker room up 21-0. That's exactly what Landon O'Connell will do. And that'll drain the clock. And that'll take us to halftime as Pickerington North will lead Westerville Central in the first round of the playoffs, 21-0 at halftime. Up and get ready to kick it away here to start the third quarter of action. And he'll kick it short as Westerville Central kicks right to left. He brought down the 25-yard line, and then out to the 35 will be number 38, Grant Williams on the set. 3 to the left and 2 to the near side right. Now they bring a man into the backfield, and they'll hand it off, and they'll work to the 40 to the 42, and a nice handoff to Xavier Harvey, I believe that will come. Whistles before the play, and we're going to have the official on the near sideline bring a player off the field for his knee pads. They've been doing that a lot this season. If the knee pads are not covering the knees, you are off the field until you get them covering the knees.
And that is you, Derek Ross Jr. Will be coming off the field.
Landon O'Connell's pass is complete across midfield with a penalty marker down in the middle of the field to Preston Bowman. And we'll see what this call is. And it looks like it's going to be an ineligible man down the field on Pickerington North. To the near side right is Derek Ross. Bowman goes out wide to the left, and motion to the near side is Vital. O'Connell wants to throw on 2nd and 12. Over the middle, and he's got a receiver up to the 48-yard line. A great catch by Derek Ross. And in motion to the far side, A.J. Miller. That puts 3 receivers to that far side. Harvey with the carry. He'll work left side and get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain. 2nd down, 10 coming up for Pickerington North at their own 49. 2nd and 10. Their own 49. The snap back to O'Connell. Has some time. Pressure coming. Andy Boateng tracks him down, and he goes down as he's hit hard by Boateng and number 34, Jack Schneider. So Landon O'Connell will lose a yard back to the 48. 3 receivers set, 2 to the left. O'Connell dropping back. Over the middle they'll go, and it's going to be intercepted by Westerville Central at their own 45-yard line and returned to the Pickerington North 49 with a late penalty marker on the near side, and Westerville Central with a big INT, and it was picked off into the hands of Zach Nelson. Bring out Jason Gwynn, and that's what you needed. The pressure on O'Connell, bad throw with an interception. Turnovers could lead to points. 4 receivers set on first down. High snap through the fingertips of Jason Gwynn, and he just falls on it back to the 24-yard line. And it'll bring up 2nd down and probably about 17 here for Westerville Central.
It's been smart again to dive back on it.
A 4 receiver set, a toss out to Jaden Gwynn, cuts up into the middle, and he'll get across the 25 to the 26-yard line where it will be 3rd down and about 15 here for Westerville Central coming up. Play clock now to 0. And I think we're going to get a timeout for Westerville Central, and they do grant that. 7:07 third quarter. Well, actually, that would be about 3rd and 18, but
it's going to be
Maceo Harper, the receiver to the near side, is going to run down the field as he was trying to time his quarterback's snap count. And he takes off down the field. Penalty marker flies, and Westerville Central is backed up to the 21-yard line.
This time Tyson Long comes off the field. He'll be replaced, and now a flag will be thrown.
The referee on the near side with Nate Hilrich is not having anything he has to say as he's called for a unsportsmanlike conduct, as he's frustrated with the officials about the equipment. And I might be too. I would have said, where was that in the first quarter?
Yeah, where was that in the first half?
Yeah, not correcting that then.
Yeah,
I understand his frustration.
If you get like turf burn or something in your knees, well, too bad.
Jason Gwynn under pressure and goes down for a loss. Back behind the 35-yard line to the 25. Big loss for Westerville Central.
Start the drive.
Zach Nelson in punt formation for Westerville Central. Back deep for the Panthers is Taylor. A long punt for Nelson. It's going to take a Westerville Central bounce all the way inside the 15-yard line and all the way down to the 10, where Westerville Central will down it there. And another penalty marker is down. And again, it was a sideline warning against Pickerington North because the coaches are lining up the offense in the play of field.
And that's twice.
That's
now.
Twice in the game.
Just two big, weird mistakes. You never really see that, especially this far into the season. That's
14, third quarter clock. It's 21-0. Pickerington North leading Westerville Central. Landon O'Connell out of the gun, lined up on his own goal line. And they'll hand it off on first down. And they work to that far side. I think they're going to get back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd down and 10 coming up for Pickerington North. Or if you're at New Albany, when you're sit a little lower on the visitor's side, you have to go by the scoreboard. It's hard to tell. On 2nd and 10, Panthers will run it with Michael Taylor. Mario Williams in on the coverage for the Warhawks. It's third. Out of the gun here on 3rd and 9 at his own 6-yard line. Penalty markers before the snap. Play clock wasn't down, and it's going to be encroachment against the defense of Westerville Central. Play clock is at 15. O'Connell brings a man in motion to the near side. They'll hand it off. No gain on the play. In fact, a loss of yards for Taylor. Panthers to punt it away. Goes high into the air. It's going to be a short punt that drops at the 40, but takes a Panther bounce and rolls into Westerville Central territory at the 44-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10 for Westerville Central at the 3:35 mark in the third quarter play, down 21-0. They work at their own 44-yard line. A handoff to Jaden Gwynn, spins out of a tackle across the 45 down to the 47. And it'll be 2nd down coming up for the Westerville Central Warhawks. They were slowly starting to get something put together here. Is on 2nd down and 7. They hand it off Jaden Gwynn, and he's up to the Pickerington North 40-yard line for a 1st down after a pickup of 12 yards on the carry. Coming to the near side left is C.J. Thomas. Cooper Fisher inside of him and 2 receivers to the far side right. Gwynn on the pitch out, and it's going to be loose. Jaden Gwynn is going to pick it up and run out of bounds. The pitch out was behind Jaden Gwynn from Jaston Gwynn.
Just another mistake, just kind of shooting themselves in the foot.
Gwynn will work out of the shotgun. Jaden Gwynn to his right. Play clock at 16. 2:38, third quarter clock. Gwynn, the snap back to him. Dropping back, looks to his right, fires into the flat far side Elijah Harris, but it's off his fingertips and incomplete. The pass was just a little too far in front, and he could not bring it in.
And Elijah
left. Thomas, Fisher, and Harris out wide to the right. Play clock at 8. High snap, but Gwynn handles. Under pressure, the ball was almost intercepted on that far side. Jaston Gwynn got rushed by Angelo McCollum and hit hard. His pass intended for Elijah Harris, incomplete, was almost picked off. Punt formation. Taylor back deep to receive. Punt is away. Taylor brings it down in his own 5. Taylor to the near side is going to be forced out of bounds at around the 14-yard line by C.J. Thomas. And Pickerington North will take over there, 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line. Going back in the backfield. Play clock at 10, the snap. Here's O'Connell. Throw to the near side is caught. And across the 20-yard line goes Derek Ross and forced out of bounds by Westerville Central's Nehemiah Brown. Gunn with one back in the backfield to his right side hip and Michael Taylor. Play clock at 10. The handoff to Taylor. He works onto the left side. Penalty markers fly in from all directions on the carry. Play gain is to the 25-yard line, but we'll check the penalty. Hold against Pickerington North, and so they'll be backed up. And the playbook changes a little bit again. 2 receivers to his right. He wants to throw on 2nd and long over the middle. It's caught at the 22-yard line by Bowman out to the 32. And a pickup of 20 yards and a fresh set of downs for the Panthers. 2 receivers to the far side left. On 1st down, they'll hand it off. And Taylor will take it across the 35-40, far side, and gets upended after a gain of 10 yards. It should be enough for a 1st down, and they do signal to move the chains. 1st and 10 Panthers. To play in this 3rd quarter, and they'll hand it off. And Taylor will get it across midfield to the Westerville Central 49-yard line, where it'll be 2nd down. 21-0, Pickerington North leads Westerville Central at the end of 3 quarters in the 1st round of the OHSAA state playoffs on COSN.
By the fans. This is the home of the Westerville Central Warhawks, Central Ohio Sports Network.
Pickerington North will open the 4th quarter with a run by Taylor to get the 1st down. It's 1st and 10 at the Westerville Central 41-yard line as they lead the Warhawks 21-0. Brent Ford, Micah Flack with you here on COSN. Groveport Madison can convert, but here it's all Pickerington North as Taylor will have the carry, dives forward to the 35. He'll get a gain to the actual, looks like 37-yard line. Pickup of about 4 yards on the play. Yard line, O'Connell will work with 4 receivers. Split either side, a man in motion to the near side. They'll hand it off Taylor. And finally brought down at around the 36-yard line after a pickup of 1. 3rd and 5 coming up for the Panthers. Know when they're focused or not. That'll tell you everything you know about the analytics of the moment. Speaking of the analytics, another toss out for O'Connell, and that'll be a 1st down run for, I believe that was Taylor on that far side. 1st down for the Panthers of Westerville Central for Pickerington North. Under 10 to play in this 4th quarter. Landon O'Connell out of the gun. They'll hand it off to Taylor. Has a hold of the 25. And Mario Williams will bring him down at the 19-yard line. Pickup of 11 yards on the play. 1st down for the Panthers. Here's Landon O'Connell with 3 wide. Taylor the carry. Across the 15, broke tackles to the 10. Down to the 9. It'll be 1st and goal for the Panthers.
Las Vegas Raider.
Hand off Taylor. Across the 5. Down to the 2-yard line. It'll be 2nd and goal. Nehemiah Brown along with Jack Snyder on the stop for Westerville Central.
These guys are just freaks of nature.
So much athleticism there. Taylor from 2 yards out, dives into the end zone. Touchdown, Pickerington North.
And that will make it Taylor's 10th touchdown on the season. He'll get to double digits as him and Dorian Hamilton have produced everything so far. Have 3 touchdowns between the 2.
Snap is back. The hold, the kick, it's all good. A matchup of Darby and Pickerington North most likely here next Friday night. And I believe it is. Battle of the Panthers potentially next Friday night. Kickoff short to the near side, brought down at the 25-yard line. Out to the 30. for Rittner Berkey. Westerville Central, and it looks like this is going to be Cooper Fisher in at quarterback for Westerville Central. Again, Ethan Burns unavailable, and so they'll hand it off to Jaden Gwynn, and he'll get to the 31-yard line where it'll be a gain of 1, second down 9 coming up.
Gwynn, you kind of want to keep him around, going to be a junior, and so will his cousins. So they'll be huge pieces for this team next year.
Handoff up to Aaron Gilbert. Third down 10. Fisher out of the gun. Throws to the 35-yard line, and it was caught. That was number 7, C.J. Thomas. Out wide to the right here, with 2 men inside of him. Cooper Fisher out of the gun, and a receiver out wide to the left. Fisher with some time, pump fake, steps up, runs, breaks a tackle, and he'll have enough for the first down to the 43-yard line, a gain of 4 yards.
Cooper Fisher's looked very efficient so far, getting the little play right in the middle for the pass, then running it up.
Here's Fisher with C.J. Thomas in motion. Now Jaden Steele will work with him. A run for Fisher to the near side, back to the line of scrimmage. Second down 10 coming up. And that was an easy read as the receivers were out wide to the right, then they shifted into the line. Play in this one. 4 receivers set, split either side. Fisher wants to throw. Steps up, runs to his left, under pressure, breaks a couple of tackles. And then he's drugged down at around the 42-yard line with a penalty marker coming in on the play. We're going to get a horse collar tackle here.
That's probably what they're going to call here is a horse collar. Just grab at the neck.
That's an exciting marching band right there for Pickerington North, and it is a horse collar tackle on Pickerington North. As the
football weather, got to wear the costume.
It is. So Westerville Central with the horse collar penalty will get moved up to the Panthers 43 of the gun. They'll hand it off to Jaden Gwynn. Fights his way forward, gets back to the line. 2nd and 10. Fisher out of the gun. He's got a 4 receiver set. Takes the snap. He wants to throw over the middle. Elijah Harris slips, and the ball is going to be intercepted at the 20-yard line on the far side. It was overthrown, and then it was picked off by number 16, Ryan Miller, the DB. And so we've got a backup quarterback in there for Pickerington North, and a run on first down. Out to the near side 25-yard line for Harvey. Attention in the offseason. Simpson on the quarterback keeper across the 25, far side 30, and slides down at around the 35-yard line awkwardly on that far sideline, and I don't think he stayed in bounds. Clock is down to 10. Take a little bit more time off the clock here. Snap is back, hand off to Harvey, and he'll work his way to the near side 40-yard line. Gain of 6 yards on the play. 2nd and 4 coming up for Pickerington North. The quarterback gets set, but don't snap it until you absolutely have to. Harvey the carry. Stood up at the 43-yard line. Be a yard short of the first down marker. No, they give him the 44. They actually did give him that forward progress. Yeah. So 1st and 10 for the Panthers. Simpson out of the gun. Hand off to Harvey. Flips over to the 47-yard line, and they're going to need one more snap. Once the game clock goes under 40, one more snap should do it.
That's exactly.
Any time as the game clock is now under 40 seconds, and so Simpson's just going to take his time here on 2nd and 7. At the 47, here's Harvey with a hold to the 45 of Westerville Central, but not before a penalty marker is thrown in the backfield. So there should just be a snap and knee down, I would hope, unless they're trying to work on some things to get ready for next week. Harvey the carry. Harvey goes down. Loss of 1. It'll be 3rd down, but it won't matter because that one is going to wrap it up as Nate Hilrich starts to make his way across the field to shake hands with Ed Miley. And the teams will shake hands there across midfield as this one is going to go final in a 28-0 decision to Pickerington North as they will host Darby next week at Panther Stadium. And the Pickerington North season continues on. Our post-game wrap-up comes up next. We wrap things up here from Panther Stadium on Central Ohio Sports Network.